Hey, it's Astro D. Relationships and synastry is my specialty. Hello, and I'm also here to make astrology real simple and easy for everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today in my continuation of my Sun in Houses synastry series, right? And here where I'm talking about how when someone's sun superimposes into your chart, how do they affect you? Because they do. They do. What is the sun? The sun is our sense of pride, ego, right? Where is our confidence at? Are you confident in yourself? Were you bullied as a kid and now you do all types of insecure stuff, insecure little actions and stuff to make people feel bad so you feel good? Or are you a very contagiously confident person? I've met people like that and you're just like, oh my God, I want to do better when I'm with you. That's some sun stuff. That's some sun stuff we got going on. Our ego, individuality, what makes you shine? We do need a teensy bit of ego up in there, because if so, everybody would just be one great mass of blah. You want something that makes you special. What makes you shine, right? So when what makes you shine goes into, or lack of that, goes into someone's third house. Now let's talk about what the third house is. Now I'm not gonna front, y'all. The third house can get kind of boring. It can. It's not one of those like deep houses. And maybe because I'm deep, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a Gemini would be like, wow, I can't wait to talk about the third house. But for me, I'm just like, damn, what? I had to really think about it for a second. But the third house is deep. It's got a lot of things that we need in it that bring us a simple, superficial sense of comfort, right? We need the third house. The third house is our motor skills and communication. What do you prefer? Do you prefer text, email? How do you talk? Do you have a decent handwriting? That's also where your Mercury is. But the third house is generally, it rules communicating on a local level. How's your town? Do you live in the hood? You live in the suburbs? Where do you live at? And how do you, get to little things from here to there? Do you ride a bike, right? Do you take Ubers? Okay, or do you drive 2 inches, to the store up around the corner? Or do you walk? Like what's your flow? What's your third house flow? Here, third house is also our efforts. How much we're going to put into something, comes from the third house, right? So now you have someone's sun coming to this third house of communication, handwriting, and speech, right? So let's start with the sun person. The sun person is actually going to feel, and also real quick before I get into this, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I hope you can find me on Instagram as well at AstroDee5. I meant to say that earlier, but anyway. So coming back in here, we're going to talk about sun in the third house. So when someone's sun comes into your third house, they are bringing the pride and the ego to the relationship here. This is pride for, let's say, if the sun is positively aspected. I always talk about the aspects because I speak on these things in a very general sense, but when you get down to it, you got to really understand what is the condition of this sun. Is the sun, in a healthy state? Does this person have a healthy state of confidence? Do they have a healthy ego? Are they constantly in competition and trying to push? Or are they a coward? Do they have no self-esteem? I mean, some women, when they got a dude, they want to make sure that he's going to fight for them and he's not going to run. This is just on a basic sexist. I guess maybe I'm even being sexist because some women want women that could fight and some dudes want dudes that could fight if they can't themselves. I say everybody need to learn how to fight, honestly. But anyway, getting back to this sun in the third house. This person, if positively aspected, has a shine on your local area. They may be proud of where you're from and where you go about doing things. They may love the fact that you have a bike that takes you across the town in a local manner. They may enjoy that. This right here, though, is kind of a superficial house. So, this is the house of chatter. You guys might like to talk. This person, you might have met them online. A lot of times internet dating can be seen from the third house because that's media and communications. So this could be a relationship that's based on text. You guys just text a lot. The person may make you want to text. Maybe you might have thought you were a bad speller at texting. You know what I'm saying? Messing up all your words and stuff. But this person with the sun coming into your third house may make you feel more confident to send more texts to people. You might feel good about how you're you're rolling through, you know, more confident to write that book. You know, this person drives you to want to communicate. This person puts a new sense and belief in yourself and being able to do the things of communication. Right? So you might have a boo whose sun is in your third house, and next thing you know, you're starting that vlog. You're starting that video, and you're like, man, I could do this. My boo, he is just like, or she is just like really getting me going. I'm going to write this book. I'm going to start this blog. I'm going to do these videos. I'm going to reach out and network. I'm going to go to this networking event. Networking is also the third house. I'm sorry, it's also the 11th house. But you're going to get that email. You're going to get that social network email that's going to tell you about what event is coming up, and that's going to be coming from the third house. And that sun person may, like I said, love to see you, the house person, do your thing. Whatever skills you're learning, you guys may love to learn new things together. You might feel as the house person confident to learn new things around this sun person. You ever like try to do something? I know me sometimes, man, like I tried to go to this dance class, you know, and I was dating the dancer or whatever, and I felt some kind of way because like I'm like, man, I didn't even get this step right. I didn't get this move, and I'm looking real silly right now. But you know, when someone's sun comes into your third house, you're confident about learning new things. You want to learn the new stuff because they make you feel right about it. They make you feel strong about what you're about to learn and what you're about to do and what you're about to say. What you have to say is they are very, very interested in pushing what you have to say. Now, wherever the sun is, the sun insists upon that house. This is the sun now. This is the king. Okay, the sun. So when the sun, you know, comes into a house, it's not a bully like Mars. It's not. It's just an authoritative house. It kind of wants to run it. You know what I mean? It wants to be in charge of that house. Right? So when the sun comes into the third, this person might dominate, you know, the communication. They may dominate in a way in which you guys might communicate third house. You know, they may decide, you know, where you guys are going. They want to decide where you're going to go. Not every day maybe, but they do want to be, you know, the forefront. Like, let's go to this local area. I like where you live at. I want to go to the bar around the corner at your house. Let's go. You know what I mean? They like where you are. They like where you live, your neighborhood and stuff like that. Your cousins and siblings. There may be a rapport there with your cousins and siblings in this third house person. I'm sorry, in this sun person here. You know, when it's in your third house, it brings pride to you and where you are and what you're doing and your skills. The skill set that you have and the skill set speaking languages as well is in the third house. This person may be teaching you a different language, but that's more Jupiter. We'll say this person is making you confident enough to speak that language if you've never spoke it before. They make you confident in third house matters, right? So the third house isn't as boring as I kind of feel like it is. But it's not, because you need it. And sometimes you even need that light superficiality. Because some of these are conversations. This is this person that'll get you chattering, get you talking, get you texting, maybe telling all your business. They just want, you know, and you're just like, oh my God, I got to send you this. I'm going to send you this meme. I want to send you this such. You constantly want to input information, right? So now let's say this sun is having some problems here. This sun is a little afflicted. Right? So this person, and also remember third house is motor skills. How quick are you? Basic level skills. Like, do you write? You know, can you write? Can you read? I don't know. Let's look at your third house. Okay. So this person, I mean, I don't know. This is so messed up. But I mean, you might try to, you know, the sun, right, in your third house. So you might be trying to read a book and I don't know, you stutter or something like that. And that sun person's like, oh no, can you read? Like, did I just hear you stutter on that word? Like, what are you saying? Let's say that sun is in Virgo, okay? So that sun is just like, you know, next thing you know, that third house person is like, oh my God, I will never read out loud in front of you again. But I would recommend to that house person, you better go to school. You better do something about that. Because that could always change. You could do that at home, overnight, after work, after 10 kids. You could go read you a book and learn how to read better. So I ain't mad at that sun, but it is how you express how you feeling about somebody. You know, your handwriting. They might be like, oh, why you write like that? I don't even know what you're saying. And now your confidence in how you're writing starts to diminish. You're like, damn, you know, maybe I could get it. And let's say you write really nice. Because sometimes when someone's sun is afflicted, that, you know, I heard somebody say there's a difference between low self-esteem and insecurity. right? Insecure person will do things to make themselves, because security is a need. So no matter what, you're going to do something to get that security back. And a lot of times it's at the expense of the third house person in this situation. So let's say the sun person doesn't like how they write. Maybe they got Mercury square Mercury or something like that, and then they got an issue writing. And so they see your handwriting, they think it's pretty. So they're like, your handwriting's okay. It's all right. But remember, their sun affects your third house. And if your sun is afflicted, meaning you don't have the confidence to withstand this bullshit that they're saying to you, that's when you're like, oh my God, well, maybe I do write a little funny. Maybe I can write a little bit better, but I thought I wrote nice. They might even make you question it with this affliction. Now, if it's already, at this point, I believe that you can fight it more if it's a good aspect within the chart, right? But if they have a negatively aspected sun and the chart between the two of you, their sun is negatively aspected to you, then this person is not good for when it comes to asking them about something you wrote or a text message. They may be criticizing your text messages. They are just really might be ashamed of how maybe maybe the way you drive. This is motor skills. They may be embarrassed hanging with you and you driving funny and stuff, and they're like, oh. Or when you talk, let's say I was dating somebody and they hated the way I spoke on these videos, on this mass communication, right? Or this person may feel prideful about promoting you as a communicator, right? This person might promote you a lot. This person may bring those things of promotion and media communications to you. So this, like I said, sometimes this can be a romantic relationship that has it, but this is also really good for people in business and friendships as well, because you guys share a lot. You might share commonality and qualities and hobbies and things that you might like to do together, things you want to learn together. This is learning. The third house is learning on a basic level, learning new skills. So this person you guys might want to just learn new stuff together. Go to paint and sip together and get some painting lessons together, something like that, and work it out. So this all depends on where it is. You take your sun, let's say your sun is in Pisces, right? Where is Pisces in that other person's chart? Oh my God, it's in their third house. Sun in the third house. My sun is in this person's third house. And this is how the condition of their third house, that'll also tell you how this sun is going to play out there. What the third house represents. I mentioned that earlier. And it's just about combining these energies together, understanding how the individuals work. Then you understand how the chart could work together. So if you could do that yourself, or, you can hit me up and I can help interpret your chart as well. I do synastry readings and I also do natal chart readings alone. So you can get an individual reading as well. So make sure if you were digging this video that you share it, that you like this video, and you subscribe to my Astro D Stars YouTube page as well as my Astro D Stars 5 Instagram page. And make sure you stay tuned for the next videos coming out in this series, going deeper into the sun and how